Hello and welcome to Canada CPA Online Academy, sharing the wisdom. The May exam, May attempt is nearing, and I got one question that what is the passing structure? So it is a little bit complicated structure of 4 levels of passing in different days that you have to attain to clear the CFE. So today's video we are going to discuss what is that passing matrix and what does it mean by level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and how you can ensure that you clear all the levels. Now, before we begin, if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. I post regular updates related to CFE preparations and tips and tricks videos every week. So please pass on this info to your friends, your study buddies, your WhatsApp groups, and ask them to give a like, share, subscribe. So moving on to today's topic. So this is how the pass or fail model looks like for CPA. So as you notice, there are 4 levels. So level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. And if you clear all of those, then you pass the CFE. Now let's check each level, what it means. So first level is, was the aggregate competency demonstrated sufficient? So this is checked overall on day 2 and day 3. So how many C's and RC's you have scored in all the subjects over day 2 and day 3. So if you clear this level, you clear level 1. Now second level is uh, about financial reporting or management accounting. Now remember, you get 2 chances for this. So on day 2, which is financial reporting heavy, so you have to score enough C's, not RC's here. Now here you have to score enough C's in order to get in order to clear this level. So you should have enough C's in either financial reporting or management accounting in either day 2 or day 3 or combined. That's what clears the level 2. Now remember, management accounting sometimes shows up on day 2, sometimes it shows up on day 3. It's hit or miss, but the financial reporting will always be there on day 2. So try to score your FR AOs on that day 2. Then you will get another chance to score in FR or MA in on day 3 as well for these AOs. And if you want to be you want to get a license as a CPA and you will be like in public practice, you want to practice as a CPA, then remember that getting a clear on FR side is important on the day 2. It is a requirement that you should be having the level 2 cleared with FR, not MA. MA doesn't count in there if you're looking for a license. Just one thing to be kept in mind if you have that path. Then next is the level 3. Now this is very important level. So whatever role you have selected, so it may be assurance or taxation, finance, performance management, whatever your role is for day 2. Now in day 2, you have to demonstrate sufficient competency in your role. And this now checks the depth. Now what does that mean is, say on day 2, usually there are 13 to 14 AOs, assessment opportunities, out of which 6 to 7 would be financial reporting and MA in combination of that, and 6 to 7 would be, suppose your role is assurance. Most of the lot has assurance as their elective. So I'm taking assurance as an example. So out of 6 to 7 AOs on assurance, you have to score at least 4 C's, and then rest of them at least to an RC and like that. That ensures that you clear day 2. Now remember, this is the only chance for you to get or to clear this level. So level 3, you get only one chance to clear on day 2 in your role. Okay, so be sure that you are scoring those C's in your role for clearing level 3. And then the last level is level 4. Now this this checks, they call it breadth, whether all all AOs, all subjects, all days means day 2 and 3, have you covered everything and have you scored enough C's in all subjects, then you clear level 4. And if you clear all these levels, then it is declared as a pass. So this here is again the summary, which again says the same thing. But keep in mind that what does that means is you can't go to the CFE with any allergy of any subject. So don't try to avoid any AO or avoid, oh, I'm not good at tax, I'm not good at finance, I will excel on assurance, I will excel in finance, and then I'll try to score or recover there. No, you can't do that. Try to, like, from the time planning analysis, do the planning, allot equal time to equal weightage of time to all the AOs, and try to attempt all the AOs to the best of your capabilities. So don't avoid uh, tax or finance or anything that you are scared of. Like, don't keep, okay, I'm not comfortable with this, I'll keep this in the end, and then if I score or not. So don't go with that allergy or any avoidance in your exams as such. Now, day 1 is assessed separately. So it's a 3-day exam, day 1, day 2, and day 3. This passing structure is only for day 2 and 3. Day 1 is assessed separately. So you can pass day 1 separately, and day 2 and 3 is always combined. So you can't pass it separately. It is combined. So you either pass day 2, 3 together, or you fail it together. So all uh, all 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 this means that what you have to keep in mind is, for your level 3, for your role AO passing, you get only one chance. So be sure to work on the sufficient level of depth in your role on your day 2 AOs. So score sufficient Cs on day 2. Second, don't avoid anything, try to cover everything. That will take care of all the other 3 levels. So you will get, if you're attempting everything and trying to reach C on all the AOs, it will try to achieve everything. Now, just one last thing to be noted is that uh, uh, for FR and MA AOs, even though you get a chance on both days, still considering the importance of financial reporting on day 2, try to score that on the day 2. Now, one more question that is often asked is, what is this sufficient? How much? Like, but there is no fixed answer that if you score these many C's, you will pass. There is no answer, because that's the one thing that CPA has kept as a secret ingredient in all this passing structure. So we don't know what that sufficient looks like, and it changes year over year, and based on how everyone is doing, it will change. So there is no fixed answer, but on an average, if you are able to score consistently on all subjects, and consistently you're moving towards the C of in all subjects, then you should be good, and that should be 50% to 60% of the total AOs. Then you should be good to clear the CFE. One more thing, if you want to get a judgment of where you are standing, or how you are performing in your preparation, then do refer the the historical average that CPA gives in Capstone 2. In that, you will get the average score of the C's for that case specific, and compare that with your own performance. That will give you a judgment where you stand. If you are in the range of the historical percentage or that score, then you should be able to pass the level. That's it. Hopefully, this will help you to get a judgment of what is required or what looks like a pass and what makes you fail. And all the best in your preparation. Please share, like, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you have any questions on the passing or any preparation related questions or anything specific if you want to ask. Thank you so much. Until next time.